remember someone telling me that she's gonna laugh at me, like when she sees that my future spouse is like really like not tall, like way taller than my future spouse. Welcome back to another episode on this channel. My name is Debbie and I talk about music, relationship and lifestyle. I also have a special segment on this channel, the Table Talk, where I have fun and edifying discussions. So you're welcome. It's good to have you here. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. It's good to see you again. And if if this is your first time visiting, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you stay. So please just make it official by clicking on the subscribe button that below so you can get notified every time I post a new video on the channel. And you get the opportunity to join the family officially. You're welcome. So yeah, we're gonna go straight into today's discussion. It's not really like discussion anyways. I just thought actually that I will talk about some of the things I have experienced, with my height as a result of my height and stature. So yeah, I'm like 6 feet tall, and I'll say I'm on the slim side. Of course I am. Yeah, and I just wanted to talk about some challenges and things that happen, when people see a tall girl. So this is for my tall sisters. I mean, if you're on the tall side, please just raise your hands up, just write in the comment section. So let's get into it. Yeah, so before I get into the conversation proper, I know my environment is a bit different. You notice that there's a change in the background. It's a good one anyways. Yeah, so I'm at a different place at the moment. Yeah, I hope that soon as I get settled down pretty well, I'll be able to maybe give you a tour around my space, not here though, but my proper space, hopefully soon. Yeah, so it's been a few stressful days. You can see the stress pimples on my face, but yeah, it's all good. It's good. So let me get into the discussion. So let me give you a brief about my height, my life being tall. I really didn't know I was tall until one time it just hit me. It was like a wave was taking off my eyes, and then I was like, okay, Debbie, you're actually tall. While growing up, I was used to hearing people say, oh, you're tall, isn't it that Deborah yesterday's comedy? Like, let me not even talk about that. It's not a Deborah yesterday, you're tall, the young is growing, that kind of thing. I think that must have been within my shoot up years. So it was just like music, not music, like just sound in my ears. So it was just something that just kept coming and then going. I didn't really pay attention to it. So until some time, I don't really remember exactly where, then I realized I was like, hey Debbie, you're actually tall, But yeah, that's just one of those things. So I don't know if I should call it perks, but no, not perks actually. Because in my opinion, they're not perks. They're just some of the things that come with the blessing, the height. So like I said already, I'm 6 feet tall. So one of the main challenge I have experienced is clothing. Like I remember there was a time or at a point, like when I go to the market, maybe go to shop, get clothes. A cloth is going to be normal length, maybe for a skirt for instance, it's going to be normal length. For other people, it's going to be mini for me, short for me. So it was an issue, at a point. And also for even sleeves, sleeves used to be another issue. Okay, like the clothes is going to fit because I'm kind of slim. So like the kind of clothes that fit my body stature, right, will be the small ones. But definitely the what do you call them? The manufacturers, when you're making clothes, if they're small, definitely it's going to affect the sleeves and all that because you have an average size in mind while producing or making or designing those clothes. So they'll fit my body, but the sleeve will always have an issue. So I usually I have experienced that quite a lot, and I was kind of used to it. So Yeah, so if you're on the tall side like I am, for clothing, if you have an issue with clothing, anyways, yeah, I think that you can opt for customized clothing, so you can get some yeah, customized clothing, or you can also patronize labels or designers, what they call them, stores that cater to taller than average girls. So there are quite a number of stores like that. But yeah, you can check out these stores. But if I get any recommendations, I'll definitely write in the comment section below, yeah, or in the description box. That's like one of the things I'm also doing with my brand, my fashion business. Like that's what I'm working on, to incorporate like designs for taller than average girls, so that at least we can be covered in the market. I mean, it's kind of frustrating sometimes. You see a clothes, it's beautiful and everything, then maybe it's just what they call touch ground catch fire. So it's not exactly full length and it's not half length, it's just hanging somewhere there in a not nice way, not nice fashion. So yeah, so that's what I am already actually doing, incorporating styles and designs for tall girls, taller than average girls, so that at least we can be covered. That's Le Bouche Royale. I'll just write it on the screen anyways, and also the Instagram handle, so you can follow to know when we have new collections for taller than average girls. Yeah. Another thing is heels. Oh my goodness. Well, I feel actually this happens quite a lot. There is this notion that if you're tall, you shouldn't be wearing heels, because apparently it's believed, or it's kind of what goes around, that it's people who want to like be taller that wear heels. But that's not always the issue. When I wear heels, it gives you a different walk, it gives you a different carriage. Like it's just like the icing on your outfit. It gives a different interpretation, a new whole perspective to your complete outfit. Like, I'm pretty fashion conscious. I love to look good. I'm not very fashion. No, I don't think so. I just enjoy looking good, because looking good is good business, right? Yeah. So there's this notion that, okay, you shouldn't be wearing heels, you're tall. I hear that quite a lot. Like, oh, you're tall already, why do you have to wear heels? What are you looking for again? That kind of thing, And really, sincerely, sometimes like I can't even wear the heels I want to wear, because it's not like they're out of this world heels. They're not like it's not 6 inches. I actually have a specific height of heels I wear, because that's like comfortable height. So that's about 4 inches. 4 inches maximum. So between 3 to 4 inches, that's really good for me. But I think I do 8 centimeters, 8 centimeters to 10 centimeters. So that's somewhere between 3 and 4 inches, anyways, because that's like what I'm comfortable on, and I think it's just okay. For me, that's a personal thing. So yeah, so sometimes when I want to wear my heels, I'm like, oh, if I wear my heels now, it's just going to, it's just I don't know, it can be difficult sometimes, like the freedom, but sometimes I try to, still do my thing. When you wear, maybe especially when you're dressed in corporate, or you have like this classy outfit on, you can just go and wear like fleets or flat shoes or ballerinas. Is it ballerinas? What they call those ballet shoes, kind of. Not exactly ballet shoes, but the very flat ones. It just, in my opinion, spoils the whole look. A nice stilettos just pops out. You just look really classy. Like, oh my goodness. Who agrees with me? Write in the comment section. I love looking good. Anyways, yeah. So that can actually be an issue. And yeah, sometimes I just stay on flats, and also it depends on my mood too. If I'm not in the mood for heels, I just stay on flats. But yeah, that's an issue, and it's something we have to like curtail as tall girls. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put a picture. I hope I get a screenshot. There was something a friend of mine sent me. This is a really tall girl. Don't, I'll put it here. I pray I do see it. I'll put it on the screen for you to see. It made me feel like, did I say encouraged? Like, she is so tall, because yeah, she still is, right? Yeah, she is so tall, and she wasn't healed, so she was like towering over everybody. It was funny to look at, but I kind of like the confidence she just kept working with, because sometimes it can be intimidating in the sense that I don't want people to say stuff like that, but just being still able to enjoy that look, enjoy the heels, there's nothing you can do about your height. I mean, it's not your fault. It just happened and you were blessed with it. So, yeah, it can be one of those things. So, personally, what I do, I just still wear my heels, but excuse me, I just find it comfortable height for me, something that I feel like it's not too much for me personally. Yeah. So, yeah, another one is, I guess some people will call it perks at this moment, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe because I see the whole thing as a blessing, so everything that comes with it, I accept it. So it's sorry, it's hitting your head on door frame. Gosh, it can be annoying. It can be annoying, really, just thinking about it. It's just so funny because maybe, especially when you're entering, what's it called? You're entering a house, or entering a place, and as you walk through the door, if you forget you're tall, by the time you just the next is like whoosh. Oh gosh. Anyways, so yeah, those are some of the things we experience. And if you're my tall sisters, you can kind of like, do I say recognize? Yeah, you can kind of, you understand. Yeah, those kind of things. And another one is yeah, sitting, oh gosh, at the back of car seats. Oh my goodness. You know, recently I was on a trip to this place and I was sitting directly behind the driver. Gosh, like my thighs, my butt area was just aching me because of how flexed I was. I told him, you know, his chair was like backwards. I told him that please, even if I got in the vehicle, that please he should, and that was only like, that was like my seat. It was a booked seat, but that was like a place I could sit down. So I told him, now please, could he move it forward? He was like, yes, he was going to move it, and he did, but it was just really small. But it's like, okay, it's not like I have another option, so I had to stay. Oh gosh, like several times I had to keep turning, and other people beside me were just sitting comfortably because the space in between was really tight, so my legs were flexed and like really folded, so it wasn't comfortable. But I'm grateful to God that we made it through when I came down. So there can be another ish, like being tall, you know, sometimes can be pretty uncomfortable because you're above average. You know, even on like sleeping on beds also is another thing. So I'm gonna talk about all of this perks and code together. Sleeping on bed, like sometimes you sleep on a bed and then your leg is hanging like halfway out at the end of the bed because the bed is too short for you. It's just funny anyways, but yeah, it's one of those things. It comes with the whole package, so it's fine. Yeah. Another thing also is sometimes when you have to sit on a chair. Okay, I think I've talked about sitting on a chair, but that's in a vehicle. Sometimes also because the chairs are low in the sense that that's a comfortable height for average people so that their legs can touch the floor, but for you it's too low. So if you're sitting down as a tall person, you have to bend your legs like in, you know, or you have to stretch them out in front of you to be comfortable. So yeah, just one of those things. But it's all yeah. So one major one is marrying someone who you're taller than. Now I remember when I was like much younger, I used to have a relative and I would always say, you're taller, you're taller, you're tall, don't grow too tall. Don't grow too tall. It's not good for a woman to be tall. Like years later, when I thought about it, it's like, was like, it wasn't my fault, or it isn't my fault that I'm tall. Thinking about it like years later, I'm like, well, it's not something I can control. I mean, it's a blessing. It's nature. It just happens. Yeah, and it's a blessing. Anyways, you know, that's something I'm actually praying to God. I'm like, Lord, please, you have to intervene for your girl. But anyway, I don't know. I think it's almost every lady actually. We always kind of prefer the guys being taller. I think it's it. But if I'm wrong, you can write it in the comment section. I feel like it's of course you can't always control that, but you always prefer that the guy is taller than you are. So of course, I also like to have taller guys. But yeah, it's just one of those things, and I know I'm really disappointed. Let me even put it out there. Anyways, yeah, so that's like one issue that a challenge that tall girls face. It's all part of the whole package. It's a blessing. So yeah, in a nutshell, so just wrapping this up briefly, what I want to point out to my tall sisters, especially my taller than average sisters, is that the first thing you should do is that you should accept and appreciate this. It's not something that is like within your control. You can't go and cut your legs and say you want to be shorter, you want to reduce your height. It's a blessing, so accept it first of all. Then the second thing is that you should embrace it and enjoy it. Embrace it and enjoy it. There's a slight difference between the first thing. You can accept something and you don't exactly enjoy it, right? But when you embrace that, okay, this is me, this is who God has created me to be, I embrace it, I enjoy it, He has a purpose for it, you know, it's His blessing. So just enjoy it and keep living, keep doing you, you know. And another thing I think I want to point out also is that concerning your outfit, I think it even affects everyone with their different statures, shapes, and all of that. Wear what suits you. You know, there's some things that can be good on the average person may not be good on you. So try and look out for what suits you, what fits you, what accentuates your stature, accentuates your height, and all that. It's just beautiful. So it makes the whole package, the whole picture look good. Amen. Okay, so yeah, that's that about that. So one of the things I also want to say is oh gosh, something I want to say. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, one of the interesting things about being tall, you know, several times, like especially when you have like people, of course you're taller than average, so if you have people that are not as tall as you are, they may have troubles, or you're just in a place that someone has a trouble, or is having a trouble picking something up from like maybe something that's maybe over, I don't know, just maybe a wardrobe, and then there's something about on top of the wardrobe the person has to pick it, or the person's trying to jump and pick it. You just say, don't worry, you know, you just walk there and stretch. You just go there, stretch your hands, and you know, pick it out. It's just one of those beautiful things. Anyways, yeah, so that's that. So just enjoy the whole package and live your life to the glory of God. Amen. Amen. So that will be all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in again today. I hope this was helpful to you. So even if you're not on the taller than average side, just try to understand what taller than average ladies face, you know. So in any way you can support them, you support them. And then I'd love to hear from you too. So just share your comments, your experiences in the comment section. Maybe if you're on the taller than average side, or you're not even on the taller than average side, because I know people that maybe when they stand close to me, they're like, Debbie, you're intimidating, don't stand close to me, that kind of thing. So share your experiences. So let's have that interactive community. Thank you so much once again. If you're yet to subscribe, please click on the subscribe button so this channel can keep growing, you know. So thank you so much. Till next time, I'm Debbie. Do have a lovely day.